We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed, that whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it. America was created on these principles from the Declaration of Independence, and it was an example to the world at the time. Yet in 2019, the National Opinion of Research Center did a poll that found 77% of Americans were dissatisfied with the state of politics in our country. As I watched the primaries and the debates leading up to the 2020 general election, I felt like I was watching a reality show with lots of drama and name calling. And it was not how I wanted the debates to be conducted. But what other ways do we have to conduct elections, and how can we change how it works? By making ranked choice voting a standard for elections in America, the elected will have a majority of the support, and concern for wasted votes will be less impactful, and although it is more complicated, it will be more effective. I'll first explain what ranked choice voting is and how it works. Then I'll address the specific benefits that come from implementing this method and how it changes the culture of politics. And finally, I'll go over some of the concerns that people have voiced about ranked choice voting. So currently we use plurality or winner-take-all for voting. You get one vote each. Choice voting. Here's an example of the ballot. As you can see, there is more than one choice. You rank the candidates according to your preference. If there is no majority, the candidate that has the least amount of votes is dropped from the race, and the votes that were applied to them go to their second choice, and so on until one candidate has received a majority of the vote. In 2020, in the general election, Maine was the first state to implement this, but others voted on it and will soon implement it. So how does this different system beneficial to us? Well, it can change the attitudes of both voters and candidates. I met many people that weren't passionate about one candidate or the other, but they voted for one of the two major political parties in order to not feel as if they wasted their vote. In ranked choice voting, they can still show support to their first choice without that feeling of wasting their vote. Secondly, the candidates will show more support for each other because they don't want to risk alienating the other's voters. They want to be either the first or second choice of all of the voters. Now, some have voiced their concerns. They say that the education about the new system will take some time. But as the proverb says, the best time to plant a tree is 10 years ago. The second best time is today. We should get started on the education for this better system. It may take a little bit of a transition period, but it'll be worth it as the benefits become clear. Also, in 2015, a politician in Maine said, if we want decisions guaranteed to be made by a majority, then a runoff is a better idea, because it allows voters to make a clear choice. But we already know how the current clear choices have made the nearly 8 out of 10 Americans feel. So ranked choice voting allows you to express support first towards your favorite candidate. You can feel like your vote wasn't wasted even if they do not win. Candidates will seek common ground with each other, changing the current atmosphere. And although it will take effort to make the transition, the effect will continue to be beneficial. This should be implemented as a new standard for our elections and primaries. It is clear that we are dissatisfied with the state of politics in our country, so it's time for a change in the system. If you don't think that ranked choice voting is the best path forward, then please give me an alternative. Thank you.